Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Peter with Deaf Gowan Camping. Taking a video outside today. Since I'm new to this, I thought I should probably try to keep up at least a little something every day, just to provide the content while I'm kind of in limbo waiting for my wife Katie to come home. Sitting out here on the bench at the marina. That's my rig there behind me. Then take you over and show you the water. It was storming yesterday, but it's been beautiful so far today. So this is actually my dock right here. My boat's on the other side. But it's a beautiful day here in sunny Alton, California. Not too hot, not too cold. Perfect weather. I'll get better at this filming thing as I go, so it's not so shaky, I guess. So I got to go see my wife today. Found out yesterday she has an infection, and she wasn't feeling well yesterday. And today she's just not really feeling well at all. Wasn't able to do physical therapy today. So it'll be a wait before we can use that guy right there. But I thought I'd try to incorporate some stories about some adventures that Katie and I have been on into some of the videos. So I thought I would share something I thought was kind of cool with you guys. It was years ago, so it was on an old phone, so I have no idea where all the footage from that trip is. But we took a trip to Comanche here in California, Reservoir Comanche or Lake Comanche, and went camping for 3 or 4 days. Had a great time. Yeah, it was right on the beach, right next to the lake, middle of summer, so it was hot. But the water was right there, so we could go right down and cool off real quick as much as we needed to. Our neighbors to each side of us were both nice people that we spent time with while we were there. And I think it was on the first night. I cannot confirm or deny that this story is true. But it was the first or second day we were there. Everybody's got their camps and their reserve spots along the water side. And the neighbors to the right, us, And then the neighbors to the left, we had all had our camping chairs and hangout, beach mats and stuff like that at the back of our camp at the water's edge. That's kind of where you spend all day at, with an umbrella or a pop-up shade or whatever, chilling in the water, having a nice cold beverage. And this guy comes flying in on his pontoon boat. Just, I mean, I get it, you gotta come up to the shore or whatever, but I mean, he did it just so rude. He just came in so hot and so fast, washed his wake, washed the water up onto the beach, and the entire time he was coming in. Now, you gotta remember, I'm deaf, so I don't hear what he's saying, but I pay real close attention to body language. But everybody, every man in that campground had their eyes locked on this guy. He came in and he is absolutely berating and yelling at this young lady. They get the boat up on the shore. She runs off crying. He's still screaming profanities at her. And then goes off. And I'm serious. Every single man there had their eyes locked on that dude. Yeah, man, nobody appreciates that kind of shit. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on here or not. So they must have went back over to their campground or whatever and didn't see the guy again for the rest of the day. So this may have or may have not transpired, okay? Both my wife and I are kind of pranksters. I'll just flat out say it. I can be an asshole sometimes. And we had been, enjoying our adult beverages all day. And when the tide came up, his pontoon started to float. Well, he had an anchor up on the shore, a small anchor that, I don't know, somebody, I don't know who it was, went over and, removed the anchor and wrapped the anchor up and put it on the deck real nice, stowed it away just like I would keep it on my boat. And that got me really tired. So, if this happened, so I sat on the edge of his boat to sit down to finish an adult beverage. And Katie may have come over and sat on the front of the boat. Maybe. I don't know. But as we were sitting there, it was weird. The boat seemed to be getting further away from the shore. That was weird. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody still had their swim trunks on. And there was nobody out near the water. Everybody was kind of cozied up in their tents or eating dinner, sitting around the campfire. So somebody, I don't know who it was, may have pushed that boat out into the water. Just that much of somebody's head sticking out of the water. Until I got it deep enough to where I could push it out of the cove, or somebody could push it out of the cove. I wasn't there to see the next morning, but unfortunately, the wind pushed it back into the cove, and it ended up a couple of spots down from us up on the beach. Yeah, I had to use the restroom. I don't exactly have a strong gag reflex. Somebody made a mess. Well, it was just, yeah, they made a mess all over the floor, all over the toilet. I didn't use the facilities, but I still had that irk coming up. And when I got back to camp, I couldn't help it, man. I blew chunks behind a freaking fireplace. A beautiful meal we had the night before just came right up. But as I'm puking, Katie's, getting ready to make breakfast. And she's over there laughing. What's up? She tells me that the guy came over. And when I got back to camp, I saw his boat was pulled back in front of our camp, or moved back in front of our camp. And she's like, he came over here and was so confused. He's looking up and down the beach, and then he spots his boat, and then he's sitting there just kind of confused. And when I swear I parked it right here, and we moved the boat back over and redocked it in front of our camp. And she said he took his anchor and like chucked it down in the sand and started jumping on top of it and put a rock on top of it. The rest of the day, we just kind of hung around camp, going swimming, doing, camping shit. Chatting, eating breakfast, making lunch, hanging out in the water, people watching. We had a few neighbors down to the left that apparently have never ridden a stand-up jet ski before, so that was quite comical to watch. Yeah, and then our neighbors to the right, they were really nice people. I'm sorry I don't remember their names. It's not like we remained pen pals or anything, but we hung out with them pretty much every evening while we were there, them and their family. And they came with a boat, an older boat, like I'd say probably like a late 70s Mastercraft. Good looking boat, floats, goes, does what a boat's supposed to do. So, you get my thumbs up on your boat. But, those older boats, they have square edges, and oh God, it was pretty fucking nasty. Oops, sorry, didn't say the whole word. It was pretty freaking nasty. She went to jump off the side of the boat and slipped, and she just ripped her calf open on the tie down for your dock line. I mean, it was wicked ugly. About a 4-inch deep gash. He comes flying in. I mean, flying in. I can see something's wrong. Everybody's jumping off. Everybody's moving around. Katie's asking what's going on. Tells me. I go run up to my truck. I was working construction at the time. as a foreman, so I always kept a good first aid kit in my truck. So I ran up there and snatched that up and gave it to them so they can, do a field dressing and try to stop the bleeding as best as possible. And they, hurried off to the hospital. Came back late that night. She was all wrapped up. Her leg was swollen. She was in good spirits. We enjoyed the rest of the evening together with them, sitting around the campfire. Packed up the next morning and headed on home. So I guess that'll wrap this one up. Make sure you like, subscribe, and if you can, share my videos. Apparently that's what all the other guys say. I'm not really trying to do this to make money or anything. I'm just doing it just for hits and giggles. All right, I'll see you guys on the next video. Try to do something different, I hope. All right, see you then. Bye.